Lesson 5.3, Writing Proportions. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple of these and then we'll move on, and you can do the other two. So write two equivalent ratios for the given ratio, given. Okay, so I know that this is equal to 2/3 because 5 goes into 10 twice and 5 goes into 15 3 times. And then so if I simplified this, that's 2/3 equals 2/3. So I mean, those are obviously proportional and equivalent to each other. Okay, and then so now I have to figure out another one. So I'm going to times 10 by 2, which gives me 20, and I'm going to times 15 by 2, which gives me 30. If I simplified that down, I get 2/3. So then I know that all of these are equivalent to each other. Okay, and then so with number 3, I know that that is equivalent to 3/7 because 2 goes into 6 3 times and 2 goes into 14 7 times. So then we have 3/7 equals 3/7. So we're good so far. We just have to figure out one more. And so I'm just going to multiply each by 2. So I have 12 over 28. 4 goes into 12 3 times, so we're good there, and 4 goes into 28 7 times. So these are all proportional because they all simplify down to this, okay? So usually what I like to do, just in general, is to do the simplified version of what they give you, if that's possible, and then multiply the original by 2, and it should all be equivalent. Okay, essential question. How can you write a proportion that solves a problem in real life? We're going to find out. A chef increases the amount of ingredients in a recipe to make a proportional recipe. The new recipe has 6 cups of black beans. Write a proportion that gives the number X of tomatoes in the new recipe. So in the original recipe, we had 1 tomato per 1.5, and I'm just going to say black beans as BB. And that's going to then equal, we're going to have, we don't know the amount of tomatoes over here, but we do know that there's 6 cups. Oops. I shouldn't say cups, I should say BB. We know there's 6, oh my gosh, that was a huge eraser. There's 6 BBs over here. So I'm going to cross multiply, and so I have 6 equals X times 1.5, and then I'm going to divide by 1.5, divide by 1.5. So X equals 4. Okay, so we're going to have 4 tomatoes in our new recipe that uses 6 cups of black beans. Okay, so the next thing is write a proportion that gives the amount of Y of water in the new recipe. So if we had, I'm going to use kind of like the same type of setup. So if we had 1.5 black beans, and in the original one that means 2 cups of water, that's going to equal, we don't know, over the 6 black beans, okay? That is in the new thing. So we have 12, because we're cross multiplying, so 2 times 6 equals 1.5 y. Divide by 1.5, divide by 1.5. That gives us 8 cups of water, okay? Alright, so this has to solve this proportion. So I cross multiply, so 3 times 8 gives me 24 equals 2x. Divide by 2, divide by 2, so x equals 12. We can also check our proportion. So 3/2 equals 12 over 8. Is that true? 4 goes into 12 3 times, and 4 goes into 8 twice. So 3/2 equals 3/2, and we're good. In example 1, how many tomatoes are in the new recipe? Well, I don't know why it's asking that, but 4. 4 are in the new recipe, sir. Okay, and then, so now it says solve the proportion. So 5 times d, because we're cross multiplying, is 5d, and that equals 160. Divide by 5, divide by 5, d equals 32. Now I encourage you to plug that in for d and solve and make sure that 5/8 does in fact equal 5/8 once you simplify this. Okay, and then so 7 times 10 is 70 equals 14z. Okay, then divide by 14, divide by 14, our z equals 5. Okay, and then again plug that back in and see if it's right. And then, so we have 21 times 8, and that gives us 168, and equals 24x, okay? And then, so you're going to divide both sides by 24, divide by 24, that gives us x equals 7. Okay, again, plug that back in. Make sure it actually is right, because these are problems that you're going to get on quizzes or tests and stuff like that you could easily always get right if you just checked your work. Like if I got 20 here and I plugged it in and that's not going to equal the right answer, then I'm going to do it again, see where I went wrong and get it right. I should be grading tests that all are 100, you know. Anyways, exit ticket. The ratio of quarts to gallons is 4:1. If a recipe calls for 14 quarts, how many gallons would be needed? So please do this, and I'll check it while I walk around. So have a great night, okay? And I'll see you tomorrow.